in San Francisco with Julie Matthews. Julie is a certified nutrition specialist, a consultant, and she's a specialist in autism as well. And today we're going to make chicken pancakes.
Yes.
Gluten-free chicken pancakes.
Absolutely, absolutely. They're actually flourless and grain-free chicken pancakes. Sounds a little bit odd, but again, I find that kids with autism and people with autism often have trouble with texture. They love carbs, carbs, carbs all day,
Yep.
and we wanted some healthy snacks. So chicken pancakes is a really great way to have a good, healthy snack, but it has that sort of feel of a carbohydrate, so it's enjoyable and fits well in with other snacks you might be having.
Okay, so we're using now. Is this organic chicken?
This is organic
chicken. Okay, I
chicken
thought it would
only.
be organic chicken. Okay, so what are we using organic chicken because we don't want any of the pesticides or things?
Absolutely. We want to make sure that any food that we have is free of any toxins. All of us need to avoid that, but if you have autism, your detoxification systems really benefit from limiting all of that junk. So only organic.
Okay, so we've got organic chicken. We've got organic free-range eggs. And pretty much that's it.
Salt.
And
that's
some salt. Okay,
Simple.
let's get going on it. How
Yeah.
do we make this?
All right, so I pre-cooked this. So if you are having roasted chicken the night before, or however you might have some chicken breast cooked already, you just put it into the food processor. So I just cut it into some pieces here. That would be a little bit easier. Might cut up a couple of these a little bit more just so that it's...
So nice small pieces of organic chicken going into the blender.
Exactly. And then...
We're going to crack some eggs in?
Yes, we are.
Literally, the 4 eggs are going in here.
Yes. We're going to
All of it.
we're going to start with 3 eggs.
Okay.
I have a bit of a large chicken breast, but I'm
1.
going to start with 3.
Okay, here we go. So that's 3 of these. Then.
And then we're going to put a dash of salt in there.
This is our Himalayan
Crystal salt,
that
yes.
has got no bleach and horrible other things in it.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, well, I'll let you do it.
All right, so then we're going to just puree it in the food processor.
Okay. Lump.
All right, just make sure that's well blended.
So that's a pretty smooth puree you've got there.
Yeah, you can see how it is got some kind of sort of a bit of a pancake texture. You could put another egg if you want to, or you can leave it like this, but that's what you're looking for. You're looking for kind of a sort of stiff batter.
Okay.
And then we're going to have our pan, which you've already preheated a bit.
So as you were recommending before, basically a hot pan.
Yes.
You're putting in some oil.
Yes. In this case, I used some olive oil in the pan, and so we're going to...
I'm dying to see how it's going to turn out. I've never seen anything like this before.
Oh, it's great.
Okay, so there's your mixture.
Yep. If it's a little thicker like this is, what you can do is kind of press it into the pan a little bit. I'm going to give it a little minute here to heat up.
Okay, so small little pancakes. I was envisaging one great big.
You could do that, but
do
this
that,
I think makes it easier.
Yep. So again, when someone said chicken pancakes to me, I was imagining a pancake with chicken wrapped in it for some weird reason.
Oh!
So this is chicken blended into egg yolk. So no one would know there was chicken in there.
Correct, exactly. When you taste it, you'll notice it has a chicken flavor, but texture-wise, it definitely has a pancake texture. So
and very simple.
Very, very simple. And you can use chicken you had from dinner the night before, and it really has a really pleasant texture to it. I mean, we'll see that as these.
So how long will you leave them in there to cook? About 10 minutes, 5 minutes?
Yeah, just like you would any pancake. Since the chicken's already cooked, we just need to make sure the egg cooks through. So maybe just a few minutes or so on each side till it seems ready. What I would do is on the first side, give it a little time so it can be firm enough and firm up as before we flip it.
Okay, so while that's cooking, let's talk about some of these snacks here, because we're looking at other kind of healthy snacks. So talk us through this. This is apple.
Yes, I cut apple. In this case, I put sunflower seed butter rather than nut butter or something in case somebody wanted to avoid nuts or peanuts. And it's just nice. I like to have some protein with my snack, not just, if you think of chips, pretzels, crackers, cookies. It's all just carb, carb, carb.
So just tell me very quickly, what is in that butter? So you've made that yourself?
This I actually purchased.
Oh, okay.
Sunflower seed butter. So it's like peanut butter, but it uses sunflower seeds instead of peanuts.
And you always have to check the label for?
Always want to make sure that it's free of any allergens and that it would be safe for an individual. But
that's a great snack. So while they're watching TV or something.
Yes, little fat, little protein, really good.
And here's one that I personally love a lot, which is hummus, isn't it?
Yes, yes. Hummus, you can, again, make it from scratch, or you can even purchase it, again, assuming that you know that it's free of all problematic ingredients, but usually they are. And in this case, I sliced up some
red pepper, but you can use lots of different vegetables, raw vegetables.
Anything,
good thing for them to have.
Anything that they enjoy.
Okay, so that's 2 good tips. Let's see how our pancakes are doing.
You can see they're coming along nicely.
Those are nicely just about done, don't they?
Yeah, see? And then you flip them over, and they look just like pancakes. And believe it or not, the texture, just like pancakes, but they have the taste of chicken. So it's a interesting combination, seems a bit strange, but very good, actually. And in fact, I often, when I make these for cooking classes, because people really, I think, need to taste them to really get a good sense, these always end up being the snack that everybody's eating around while we're running around doing things.
Really? So it's a favourite, which bodes well for our children as well. Excellent.
Exactly.
If you want to get this recipe or any others, Julie's book here has everything that we've covered in this series, and especially today's recipe as well. So you can get that from Julie's website or a link from our website. Looking good?
Looks good.
Let's get these out.
See how they turned out.
Now these are going to be really hot.
Yes, very hot. So we'll have to be a little bit, we'll have to be a little careful there.
Just cut one of these open.
Yep. So you can see.
So it looks really interesting. It almost looks like a bit of a chicken nugget, actually.
Yes, yes, and it has a nice fluffy texture inside. So it's really great. I also find that kids, that they don't like meat because sometimes it's so chewy. You know, sometimes they have sensory issues, it's really chewy. This is nice because it makes the meat a nice fluffy texture. It really makes it almost like a carb texture, I find.
That's good. I like that. It's really good. Very good. Good meat. Hot, but very, very good. Okay. Thank you so much. Nice, easy and delicious recipe as well. So we'll be back next week with Doreen and Shannon and Julie with some more tips, more recipes. Until then, we'll see you next week.